Welcome to my channel. My name is Juan's Life Toy, and today the nail set that I've created is Ice Cream Valentine's Day nail set. This is a collaboration with 7 beautiful women. It's Alicia Glam Nails, Bella Boo Nails, Debreeze Nails, Juicy Fruit Nails, Latina Nail Designs, Sick Tips, and Tabitha. Thank you so much, ladies, for allowing me to be a part of this collaboration. Jana, thank you. January, you asked me to be a part of this, and I have been excited ever since. I truly appreciate you guys. I am so honored, and I hope you guys like what I created. All of their apps will be in the description box below. Please go subscribe to them if you have not already. These are some lovely ladies that do beautiful nail sets. Today is also my girl Paige's birthday. Paige X Nails. Go to her page, wish her a happy birthday, aka the Queen of England. May God send many blessings your way. If you shop by nails, please use code Paige X Nails 15 for savings. Girl, keep doing what you're doing. I have to wear the fabulous shirt to represent New York for you, girl. So let's get into the video. Everything that I'm using will show up in the top right hand corner. With this nail set, it is a lot going on because I wanted to freestyle, just like the other ladies that I'm doing this collaboration with. They all freestyle, and I am not a freestyler. So I kind of just had like 6 ideas in my head and 4 nails to put it on. And I mean, I guess it all is a little bit cohesive, but not the way that I was picturing in my head. I didn't execute it the way that I thought I would. And you're going to see me bump the phone mount a few times because I'm still trying to get the camera angles and the phone mount at the right positions to the way that nothing is to the point that nothing is in my way. I'm not bumping anything, and you can still see what's going on, and the lighting is still like the way that it should be. So I'm still trying to figure that out, so just bear with me for the moment. This application was okay. I'm definitely going to get better because practice makes progress, and trying to figure out these angles, like this stuff is just in my way. And then the phone is like right there. So it's like, you don't know if you should look in the phone at what you're doing or like tilt your head around to kind of see what's going on, but I will figure it out. See, I just bumped it again. So I'm going to figure it out. But this nail set did have a few different things going on. I chose the ice cream cone to do because I showed my husband a picture of that and like a strawberry, and he chose the ice cream cone. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can execute it the way that I pictured in my head. This nail set is going to be so cute. And it was just a lot going on at the end. Like, I texted my husband a picture and he was like, oh yeah, I like it. And I'm like, it's a lot going on. And then he just sent me back LOL. So I don't know if he agreed with me or he was just like, okay, yeah, whatever. You know, like, I don't know. So hopefully you guys can let me know if it was a lot going on. Right there, I did have a hair that came out of nowhere. So I was just trying to get it off and then just smooth it right back out. Now, because I'm very uncomfortable, these nails are not thick at all. They're not to the thickness that they should be. I just want to be able to get a nail set done and get back comfortable, like stretch my body a little bit. But I will be doing it the proper way. Hopefully, this next nail set, I'm not going to say I am, but hopefully the next nail set, I will be able to be in a comfortable position to actually build the nail up to the thickness that it should be, because I don't like how thin they are. But I know at this moment I have to make them thin. So that's just kind of, like what's going on. And with these hearts, I kind of like the way I laid them out. But once I put these metal hearts on, they're not like metal. I'm not for sure exactly what you call those things. I want to put more clear acrylic down. And then once I lay them to the position I want them to be in, I will be putting more clear acrylic on top just so it can kind of like stay in place. One thing I wish I did do, because this nail was super thick, was get like a sandwich bag and hold it down on top of it to kind of get everything to mold down together. But I also was scared I was going to break the nail. So I believe Temu or Shein does have like a little tool that you can use to kind of curve these types of little like nail designs, nail decorations. And I just don't have it yet, because you never think you need it. Like, you on a site and you be like, it should be fine. And then once you're doing the set, you'd be like, man, I should have just grabbed it. And at that moment, that's how I felt. So since that one came out super thick, I just showed you guys me encapsulating the thumb because it's the exact same nail pretty much. And that's just a tip for myself and anybody else who's like, okay, this is irritating with the charms like sticking up. We literally have to get that little tool piece or use a sandwich bag and kind of help curve it. I believe I saw that in one of Zule's videos. So I was like, okay, I think I know she knows what she's doing. So I'm going to try to do that next time. And I didn't even have a sandwich bag prepared with me. But overall, I hope you guys really did like this set. Once I get to where I had to actually use gel polish, I will come back in and kind of explain what was going on. So continue to watch this. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll be back. So here I have started to lay the different color acrylic down to start to build the ice cream cone. And it is different from what I put on the other nails, since the other nail is Nude Affair by Dynamic, and this is Sincerely by 876 Nails. And if you do shop 876 Nails, use the code BREATHE10 for savings. Now, one thing that I did wrong on this, which you're going to see here shortly, is first off, I should have had an X-Acto knife. And I know they have some at Myers next door, Walmart, possibly Dollar Tree, but instead I had these little floss sticks right here. And I did dip it in the acrylic powders, that way it won't stick. And for the most part, it did not. But X-Acto knife would be so much better at this point. But I also realized, like, the lines weren't lining up the way that I thought they would line up. Like, it didn't lay properly, it didn't lay correctly, and then the acrylic started to dry up on me. And so I was trying to move faster, and I wasn't cleaning out the little toothpick, and so it just wasn't right. So you're going to see me try to smooth that out before it completely dries on me. And so now I'm going to lay down another layer of acrylic. I don't know if I did 2 or 1. And you're going to see me do a crisscross method, because trying to go down the cone at one angle and then come back at the other angle, it's not going to turn out right at all. So trying like a crisscross motion, going down, and I have to clean it again, going down as even as you possibly can, your cone will turn out a lot better. Now you're going to see a nail in the background. That was my middle finger. And not only was it loose and it was starting to pop off anyways, I realized that wasn't even the design that I had planned in my mind. What I had planned in my mind was a ombre with a clear bottom and hearts on top. And so since it was like messing up on me anyways, I'm like, well, girl, you can go. So, because you're not supposed to be part of this anyways. So I did pop that thing off and start this nail over right here. And you're going to see how I do this. Like I said, in the end, you're going to see, like, I just did too much. I did too much. So one thing about this collaboration that I'm doing with these lovely ladies, like, they all freestyle. They all work really, really well. This is going to be a 3-day, now 3 days in a row, but a 3-day collaboration. It is February 1st, February 7th, and February 14th. Those are the days that we are all going to upload our videos. So with this said, I did, go overboard because I was nervous and excited. So, and they also wanted to have it to the point where it's like I'm freestyling at these ladies' level and I'm able to execute it the way that I have it in my mind. And so with this one, I just went overboard. Like, it wasn't even funny how overboard that I went with this set. Now, one thing that I messed up with, aside from using my little toothpick, is I decided to go in and file this nail. One thing you should not do with these ice cream cones, or if you do like the crisscross design, you cannot go back in and file it. Like, you can't. Not only was my shape not even like starting to shape up, you're not supposed to do it. Like, the dust, all the dust get inside of the crevices, and then it just does not look right. And since I had did the other middle finger and everything was like washed and scrubbed already, and I had to go back and do this one, I just decided to, instead of getting back up and washing my hands, just spray it with some alcohol and clean it with like a little nail brush. And then here you're going to see me start to lay the ice cream for the cone. Now here, one thing I wish I would have did a little bit differently is made it look a little bit more like ice cream. Even though I want the ice cream to look like it was melting, I do wish I would have made it a little bit thicker. Then on top of making it a little bit thicker, before I did the layers, I wish I would let the previous layer dry. I'm not even sure if it would have turned out any better if I would have did that. But I do wish I would have, because they didn't blend in to each other the way they probably could have. But I just wanted to lay a little bit thicker than it did. And I feel like if the bead previous or the color previous would have dried, it would have laid a little bit different. And then I decided to add like these little hearts in there instead of like going in with, like lines for like sprinkles, because it is a Valentine's Day set. So I felt like hearts would be a little bit more appropriate. And then I also messed up by putting the hearts down and being like, oh, you know what? Let me make it look like it's fading in with this acrylic. And it just, there I go hitting it again. And it just didn't come out right the way that I wanted it to. But I'm going to continue to practice, and over time it's inevitable for me to get better. So it's not going to be perfect, but it will get better. And the second part is I am a Virgo and we are perfectionists. And with doing this, it kind of brings you back down to earth to be like, no, everything can't be perfect. Everything takes practice, and at the end of the day, it's still not going to be perfect. So don't get discouraged, because I feel like me as a Virgo, I'm not going to speak for all, but for me as a Virgo, when we can't perfect something, we're going to try and keep trying until we perfect it. And with nails, personally, I don't have the time to. I wish I did, but I don't. And here I also messed up, because if you use Mia Secret 3D white, it dries almost as soon as it hit the air. But for some reason, when I laid it on this nail, changing my finger angle because my hand was starting to cramp up, it completely flooded my cuticle area. When any other time, I'd have been trying to add monomer to get it to smooth back out and, work for me. No, this time it actually just like flooded my whole cuticle area, so I had to go and clean that up. And then while I was cleaning that up, it dried. And so you can see like the little lumps in the ice cream. And I try to cover it up with these little hearts right here. Then I want to have that look like it was dripping also. And then I messed up again by going in there and covering them up with the white. So this is just a couple of things I wish I did a little bit different. I know Lifestyles of Danny K, she is starting like a series on things that she could do differently in the nail set, and I completely understand, because you go back and look and be like, oh man, I wish I did this differently. Now here, when I tried to do this V French, oh my God, it was horrible. It was horrible. I remember one Freestyle Friday, Aaliyah wanted Paige to do a V French, and Paige like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And we all like, girl, you can do it. We got faith in you, girl. You can get it. You don't handle the V French. Go ahead and do the V French. And she like, no, you ain't about to catch me slipping. I understand, because when I was doing this V French, baby, I was in this mud shaking like wet booty, because I could not get my line straight at all. I'm shaking. I'm nervous. And at the time, to put your pinky to help stabilize your hand to make straight lines. I didn't do it at all. I think because I was shaking and nervous, I wasn't in my right mind to be like, stabilize your pinky and the lines just might come out straight. No, it did not work out at all. And then at some point my husband did call, so I had to cure it just in case I touched something by mistake and then have to erase it, and it was late, so I just want to kind of be finished with the nail set. And once you cure it, like, it's done. Here is my Madam Glam package. If you go on their website, you're able to see the things that they are selling at the current moment. For me, I just wanted to buy 2 bottles because I'm not good with handwork, as you're able to see, but I will continue to practice. What you can do is go into the drop down menu, and you can go to the outlet. They have items that are 65% off for full size bottles. So that way, if you feel like, oh, Madam Glam costs a lot of money, you can actually go here and buy bottles at a great price. You see, this one is less than $9. What I did is I went into the minis, and these are less than $5. And I bought one called Jenna because I want to do some artwork, and I use code DeBreezeNails35 to have savings. The reason I went in here with the top coat, and it works really, really well. I do love it. This is my first time ever using Madam Glam. And I know for a fact, if I don't do nail art, I'm going to need this top coat. So that's the reason why I did that. And then I go in here with my Macart rhinestone glue. But the reason I did get a small bottle of Madam Glam is because I know I'm not good with hand art just yet. So I wanted to go in and get a color that I really, really want, but I did not want to pay full price for polish that I possibly would not use again. So actually using the clear, I'm like, okay, I kind of like it. And then in my next couple of sets, I will be using that green, and I just can't stop hitting the camera. Oh my goodness. I will be using that green and kind of see how that worked. But so far the clear works great. So far so good. And once you see in the end, you're going to see like how good that clear really is. Here I messed up with the spider gel. First off, this is my first time ever using spider gel, so I don't actually know how to work it. I was still shaking. I was still nervous. And it just wasn't coming out the way that I wanted it to come out. This is actually my second attempt. And it takes practice. It takes practice. And what I did extra here, which I regret, is this glitter. First off, I hate glitter. I don't even know why I decided to add glitter to the set. I actually hate glitter. But this is how it looks overall. I hope you guys do like it. Like what you saw in today's video, hit that subscribe button, that like button, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, darling.